Hello, my lovely Sagittarius. Welcome to your April 2019 reading. This is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Also, listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Also, it adds multi-layers to your reading and you can get a little bit more information as well. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Sagittarius. If you would like to have a personal reading that's specific to you and your situation, then you can book a reading with me following the link below to my website. You can book a reading from there, which will be much more specific to you. So, April's going to be quite, what I'm hearing is a topsy-turvy month. There's going to be the processing of things in April for you. I don't feel like it's anything major, but things are going to come up. Things are going to come up from the past. As far as, you know, patterns and behaviors, things that repeat themselves in your life, things that come up for you to look at. So you are going to be given an opportunity in April to look at a cycle, a pattern, a behavior, a habit that seems to come up in your life, to re-look at it and see if you can't find a solution to it. So you've been given another opportunity here to look at something that keeps repeating itself. It's going to vary for each of you, but, you know, let's have a look here at what's going on. What I've got here, the first card that is in your situation is the Queen of Swords. And this can be male or female, and it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Male or female. That is very much around you, very much in your presence. It can be sun, rising or moon sign, simply someone with these qualities, someone that is a thinker, someone that is I want to say there can be a level of emotion involved with this person as well. There's, but in control, you know, they can also have, they are in control. They like to be in control. They like to be in control of situations as well. But there is this person that is around you in your presence that is quite a significant influence, plays quite a significant part in your life, my lovely Sagittarius. And they're going to be the center of a lot of what's going to be going on in April for you, which is really interesting for some of you, you know. It's for others of you, it's going to be, you know, primarily I feel like this is someone that's in your life that is there. But it can also be that for some of you, there's new learning coming up. There's a new course you want to undertake. There is a new form of study or an apprenticeship or some sort of learning that's coming up for you in April as well. Because air signs signify as well. They signify learning, but also I feel like I want to say with the Queen of Swords coming up here in quite a prominent position, the center of your reading, it's also about, do you have your armor on? Do you have your armor on? Have you created some sort of a barrier here? Are you feeling like you need to protect yourself? You're going into battle. That's what I'm getting as well for some of you, that, you know, are you needing protection? Do you feel like you need armor to move on from a situation or be in a situation or really have to fight for what you feel is your right, that you deserve, that you've worked for? If it's in a work environment, is there a project that you've been working on that you're needing to protect, that you're needing to make sure that you get the accolades and the credit for something that you've done? So it's going to vary for each of you, but it's an interesting placing of the Queen of Swords. You've also got the Four of Cups here. So that to me is, you know very well what you have on an emotional level. You know what you've got there, and it can involve this Queen of Swords. there's, you show gratitude and appreciation for what you've got, but you've also got your eye on where you're headed, what you're wanting. You know what you want, you know where you're headed, you've got ideas and plans that you want to create and bring into your reality. So you know what you have, and you also know you keep looking to the future, you keep looking for new things. You're not content to stay with what you have and what's going on. There's got to be more. You're seeking more. You're looking for more. You are creating more. You've got your imagination is active. It's active. You're really looking at what you would like to create, what you would like to bring in. If it's in a work environment, it's something that you're feeling passionate about. And you may have a project that you want to bring into reality. If you've got your own business, there might be ideas or projects or some expansion of that business that you want to bring in and create. It's something you're feeling passionate about. It's something that is creative. It's in your heart space. So you're really connected with whatever this is. For some of you, it's a person. For some of you, it's a project or a job. It could be buying of a house, buying of a new car. There's just something further that you're seeking. You know what you have and you're quite happy with that, but you're seeking more, making that next move. Hope that makes sense to you, because that's what I'm getting. Because it's about you finding a happy balance between two situations, is what I want to say to you. Finding a happy balance in two situations so that you can move forward in this. And you will work out a solution, because there is hope in the future. You're going towards what is like a sun, and the sun to me is always something that's incredibly positive. So you're on a subconscious level, on the inner workings of you're balancing out some situation. You're looking at the pros and cons of a situation. You may be working 2 jobs. You may be working on 2 projects. It may be your thought processes. You're thinking about situations that's going to lead you to where you want to be, lead you to a bright future. You will work it out. You will work out whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever it is you're working on, and move forward with that. There's a real, and you know how that manifests in your reality. You've got the King of Coins here, King of Pentacles, but to me it's about the type of energy that you're creating in April, and it's an energy of being really grounded, being in control. Be mindful that you're not too controlling. Be mindful that you're not going to be too set in your ways about your ideas, and that there is flexibility here. Because the King of Coins, King of Pentacles can be a little bit controlling, can be a little bit wanting things their way. So you need that flexibility as well in making your choices and making your decisions. But you're used to being listened to. You're used to being in charge. You're used to being quite solid. Just make sure you're not too stubborn about a situation that's coming up here. Okay, not too stubborn about a situation that's coming up here. For some of you, if this can be male or female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person that's around you, sun, rising, moon sign, just be mindful that they are not the ones that are controlling, that are not the ones that are really putting their opinion forward and wanting to be listened to. But they're also someone that is very supportive, someone that is there. They offer good advice. They are very grounded and practical in the way they present their advice as well. So that's a bit of a mixed bag. I hope that makes sense to you. I just took out your recent past, and there was 2 cards. You've got this one, which is the 6 of Cups, and it's about you're just coming from this place of past memories. childhood memories, or just past memories. So are things coming up for you from the past? Are there memories that are coming up for you from the past? There are things that you're needing to revisit, which makes sense in the opening of this reading when I got that message for you. It is about past behaviors, past habits, past situations that just keep coming up. And I feel like this has happened for you in March. It started to come up. For some of you, it might have been February. For some of you, it might be starting in the beginning of April. So the timing's going to be a little bit out here. But I feel like it's not people from the past. It's behaviours, it's attitudes, it's how you've dealt with things, it's situations you've found yourself in from the past that is coming up for you. You're going to be thinking about them. They're going to be in your thought patterns for you to deal with. They need to be dealt with. These are things that need to be dealt with, processed and moved on, because otherwise this pattern is just going to keep coming up throughout your life, in your relationships, in your work, in various situations. So take heed. Really be in tune with how you're feeling and understand that this is coming from you. This is coming from you, and it's about you looking at this and how it's impacted in the past, created situations that you haven't been happy with in the past, and so you can deal with it before it goes any further into April. It needs to be dealt with in April. Okay, and what was hiding underneath it is the Strength card, so that anything that does come up for you, you're going to be strong enough and able enough to deal with it. You have got the strength of character, you've got the knowledge, you've got the wisdom, and you know how to deal with it. So nothing is going to be coming up for you that you aren't ready to uncover, aren't ready to look at, aren't ready to deal with. So it's important that you sit with it and really deal with that situation, deal with what's coming up for you. Because then what you're moving to in mid-April is the Page of Swords, and this is about planning. It's about thinking. It's about thinking. It's the mind. It's air. It's about thinking. It's about processing. So whatever comes up for you, where you're looking at the changes you want to make, there's a real flow here in this reading, isn't there? It's about you then looking at it, thinking about it, processing it, and making plans on what changes you want to bring in, how you're going to be doing things differently, what new learning is there for you. What have you learned? How has it changed you? Are you prepared to make those changes or not? But you've been given the opportunity here to make those changes, to really plan your next move, to plan where you want to be in the future, to plan what you want to do. That's going to be really important. That's going to be really important for you. So it really is, the Page of Swords, it's not about taking action. It's not about doing things and making things. So tread lightly. I want to say to you, my lovely Sagittarius, tread lightly. Be kind to yourself. Allow whatever has to come up from the past, and it could be regrets, it could be habits, it could be situations, whatever it is for you. Tread lightly and don't act too swiftly. Really think about it. Think about it. Weigh out the pros and cons. Weigh out situations. Find that balance. Know how you want to move forward with this situation. Okay, that is really important here for you. That's really important here for you. So let's have a look at the last 2 weeks of April, or, it can happen through April. I want to specify again, time is going to be different for each of you, but it's going to be unfolding for you. You've got the Four of Coins. And the Four of Coins is really about showing some sort of caution, really. And I feel like For some of you, are you guarding your material gains? Are you guarding your finances? Are you guarding, you being cautious with your spending, with what's going out, with taking stock of what you have in April? There's going to be a time of really balancing out your finances here. But I also feel like it's a time of, what I want to say to you here is, it's also a time of being generous. It's also about a time of, I feel like for some of you, it's about giving of the self. It's about, that's what I want to say to you, really. It's about giving of the self. Don't keep too much to yourself. Don't keep it hidden. You've got to really communicate. You've got to really get it out. You've got to really talk about it and process it. And make sure that things are balanced, things are equal. Don't just keep things to yourself, but include other people in your thought processes. So show some generosity in what you've got, what you've earned, what you have, and share with the ones that you love as well. That's going to really come up for you. There's this sort of sharing rather than holding on to things, and it's emotions as well as finances. But so it's going to be different for each of you. It's about being open. Wow, I hope that makes sense to you, my lovely Sagittarius. Because you've also got the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is, there are going to be battles, there are going to be obstacles. Some of the battles are with the self, because it's really bringing up things for you to process, and that's, sometimes that makes us feel a little bit uncomfortable. But it might show itself in sort of this conflict with people around you, people that you love, your family, your friends, your partner. Just be mindful that your victories are not empty victories. You might win the battle, doesn't mean you're going to win the war. So choose your battles wisely. Choose what you want to really bring up and discuss and process, and choose what is really not going to matter one way or the other. It's just going to create unnecessary heartache and turmoil and conflict and whatever, So any obstacles that you come up against, any problems that you come up against, anything that you feel like you need to fight for, choose your battles wisely. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's going to be energy going out with very little result. So you really need to be wise about what you're going to be choosing here. I feel like it's on an emotional level as well, because you've got the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is also, again, about planning your next move on an emotional level. So what is it that's coming up for you on an emotional level, Sagittarius? There's something that's coming up for you on an emotional level to process, something that's important to you. I also feel like with this processing, there's going to be a level of feeling a little bit uncomfortable. A little bit of anxiety is going to come up there as well for you. A little bit of worry is going to come up there for you about week 3 of April. But just let's go with the flow. This is water, so you just go with the flow. Allow it to just come up and see what it is and move it on. There's a lot of inner work going on for you, Sagittarius, in April. I feel what I'm hearing from my guides is it's a review month. For you, April is going to be a month of review, of reviewing where you've come from, where you're at, and where you want to go, where you want to end up. What do you want in your life? How do you want to live your life? What patterns are coming up into the now from the past that aren't serving you, that you need to release, that you need to change? What type of thinking and habits and behaviors do you need to review and change and plan a new way of being? This is a new way of being. This is mind work. This is mind work. And it's about being generous of spirit as well, being open. Don't hoard, don't keep things to yourself, but really be open and reflective. Choose your battles. Inner battles as well. Some things are going to be relevant and some aren't. but then you can move forward on an emotional level. You can grow on an emotional level, because if you do this groundwork, I feel like it's the tilling of the soil before we plant new seeds, because by the end of April, you've got the Fool, which is the first card in the tarot deck. So you've come full circle. It's now time to have these new beginnings. It's a new you, a new way of seeing things, a new way of viewing your life, a new way of viewing where you're headed and what you want to bring in. So you're really, cleaning house, which is you, cleaning house and getting rid of everything that you don't want, to allow new things to come into your life, to redecorate you, who you are, what you want, and how you want to live. Because here you have an opportunity. You're going to start laying down these foundations of who you want to be, how you want to be viewed by people, how you want to be, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what do you want? There's got to be a change. Not carrying the baggage from the past into the end of April. That needs to be sorted through April so that you can move ahead, light-footed, with a light load, to new beginnings. So there's an opportunity here. So there's a real sort of reviewing time in April for you. But it can have good results because it sees you into May and June and July, where you can really start laying things, laying out who you are, what you want, what changes you want to bring in, leave the ball and chain behind and really free yourself, and not have the behaviours from the past repeating themselves. Really important. It's a letting go. It's a letting go of the past, of patterns of the past. I'm going to give you a card from the Angels of Abundance deck to see what summary you've got here. I hope that this makes sense to you. I hope that you find this helpful. I hope that you understand the reading. Okay, let's have a look. Have courage to ask for and accept help. And this. Don't just hold on and bury yourself. Don't hide. Don't hold on to who you are, but really look at who's around that can help you. So let's have a look here. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Isn't that funny? It's a sign of strength. As is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God, universe, source for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. And that's what this card's about. Accepting the help and also giving out, being generous and helping others as well. Being understanding of how others are feeling and what's going on with them as well. So I hope you find this reading helpful. It's a month of work for you, my lovely Sagittarius, of really processing, but knowing that you're going to come out the other end absolutely a lighter load and ready to forge forward with this wonderful, bright future that you have. So I wish you many, many blessings. If you would like to book a private reading with me to help you along on your journey, follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. Many blessings, my lovely Sagittarians.